Hi Park family, it's David. Okay, I had this thought come to me tonight and I wanted to get it on record here. And it has to do with the law of the Messiah, the law of the Holy Ghost, the law of the park and city ghost, and the law of the dead. And they're like they're like the law of gravity. And so they're just constantly there, constantly present, whether anybody wants to acknowledge them or not, or believe in them or not. And so when it comes to answering this question as to how do we receive inspiration and revelation for the things we do in David's Park and in David City to enchant and, entertain and to thrill and to, haunt and to spook and to thrill and do the different things that we do in David's Park and David's City with our guests and audiences. The law of the Holy Ghost guides us. So if you let the Holy Ghost be your guide in David's Park and David City, you'll never go wrong with it. The Holy Ghost will always point you in the right direction for everything. And so that's how you know. That's how you know how to do what is right in David's Park and David City. You just always trust the Holy Ghost to point you and direct you in any area that you need for park tales, for park thrills, for park adventures, for park fun and play, for park magic and illusionment, and for the not so very haunted, not so very ghostly things that we do in David's Park and David City. And when I'm dead and gone, the law of the Holy Ghost will remain in David's Park and in David City. And so I encourage you to take time in your Twin Glens, Tennysons, or hibernation points in your lives to seek out the companionship and friendship of the Holy Ghost. You'll always have a friend in the Holy Ghost, and you'll always have somebody to provide you with inspiration and revelation for how to conduct your warfare with the devil, the devil's jerks and evil, how to conquer the devil, the devil's jerks and evil, how to enchant, and how to have fun and play and find enjoyment in David's Park and in David City. So anyhow, those are just some thoughts tonight, and I hope you guys are doing great, and I will talk to you again real soon. Good morning, Park family. There was a murder here in the city of Chino just the other day, and the Chino Police Department reported on the different things that were involved with it. I didn't catch all of the details, but it was here, apparently in the parking lot, I believe in the parking lot here at just outside of Big Lots. So I wanted to get this on video here. This was here as of yesterday. So anyhow, I thought I'd just get it on record because, there's always, when it comes to building any park or any city, you deal with life, the hard facts of life, whatever they are. And we can't change the hard facts of life. We can't change the hard facts of David's Park. We can't change the hard facts of David City. We can't change the hard facts of the city of Chino. And we can't change the hard facts of America, but we can learn to mature and grow and deal with them and accept the hard facts of life and continue to grow and learn and develop. And we can also learn to press on with life, and we can learn to have fun, notwithstanding the fact that we have to press on in life sometimes. And sometimes we have to deal with tragedies and different things. So anyhow, I thought I'd get that on record, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Hi, Park family, it's David. Earlier today, this thought came to me, and I thought I should get this down on record as well. And this question just has to do with when's the right time, or when's the best time to start to play in David's Park and in David City. And you might think that we need to have David's Park and David City all built, in order to start having fun in David's Park and David City. But we don't need to necessarily have it all built in order to start having fun with David's Park and David City. We can kind of just recognize an opportunity to play and have fun in David's Park and David City in the things that we do every single day in David's Park and David City. So I'm kind of tired because I've been walking down Central here, and for some reason it's a bit warmer today than it normally is. So I decided I'd take a little rest here and try to cool off and stop sweating. But I also wanted to get some of this landscaping on video here. This is outside of, I think this is the Sacred Heart Church, I think. And I wanted to get some of this landscaping that they've got done here just on camera, so you can kind of not only observe it, but then start to contemplate on how we should do the landscaping and the architecture and the engineering of David's Park and David City, so that it's fun, and you can have fun in trying to figure out how it should look, and what kinds of smells and sounds, and how everything should be oriented in the park and in the city, so that we get the best natural effects from the sun during the day, and we get the best natural effects of the moon and the stars at night. And so in the next 5, 7 to 10 years, we'll continue to contemplate on those things while we're having fun in David's Park and in David City. So here's some of the stuff here. Let me get it here. So you can see they kind of built a little fence with some rocks, and looks like they've got a monk or what else are those? Not necessarily a monk, but maybe a bishop or a I can't think of the other word for them. A squire, perhaps? So anyhow, I just want to get that on record, and I will talk to you guys again real soon. Hi Park family, it's David again. Okay, I missed getting some of these other things that were over here that I figured I'd get on video, but I'm gonna have to move some here. Give me just a second. I'll get these up close. So here they've got some rocks that they put in the planter. And here's the Catholic bishop or monk. And then they've got this St. Margaret Mary School little library. And you can take a book or leave a book in here. And so in David's Park and David City, we'd like to have roller coasters, rides, and fun tales, and parades, and costumes, and dress-ups, and all those things going on more or less constantly. We just kind of plan and prepare to keep the park moving in that regard. Just like what you might find at other parks throughout America. But what we do in our park is what we choose to do. And so we're going to learn the fine art of having fun and the fine art of playing around in David's Park and in David City, and the fine art of enchanting and entertaining one another in quality ways. And so we're going to start practicing, and the time to start practicing having fun in David's Park and David City is right now. So you can kind of just dive on in with me and our imaginations, and before you know it, maybe in the next 5, 7 to 10 years, or maybe in the next 10, 15 to 20 years, maybe we'll have one quality park here for us to be playing around in. So that's all for now, and I will talk to you guys again real soon. All right, bye. Hi Park family, it's David again. Okay, one final thing that I wanted to get on record here as it relates to having fun in David's Park and David City is the law, what I'll call the law of fun and play. And the law of fun and play in David's Park and David City is the same law of fun and play that applies to America. And so you can either learn to have fun and play in David's Park and to have quality fun and play in David's Park, like you can learn to have quality fun and play in America and enjoy your freedom while doing so, or you're just destined to be miserable. And so, you know, part of the trick and part of the fun of life is learning to have fun and learning to play when things aren't necessarily so fun and when things aren't necessarily so easy, you know, so easy to want to play around. But if you can find those opportunities, there's opportunities at every moment to start to have good quality, responsible, and appropriate fun and play time in David's Park and in David City. And so we'll call it the law of fun and play. And the law of fun and play goes like this. There's 5,555 to 5,556 to 5,557, or maybe even up to 5,559 reasons why we apply the law of fun and play in David's Park and in David City, just like we do in America. And so many of the laws that are in force here in America apply to David's Park and in David City. If not all of the laws here in America apply to David's Park and David City, and they also apply to learning to have fun, learning to have quality fun and playtime in David's Park and David City. So I wanted to get that on record as well. All right, I'll talk to you guys again real soon.